Hello everyone and welcome to Bromandy. I'll be lone wolfing this video to talk to you about one of my favorite characters of all time, Vash the Stampede. Just as a heads up, this video will contain spoilers for the anime Trigun, so if you haven't seen it, go see it now. The entire show is available in both sub and dub on Hulu, and you can also find the first 4 episodes dubbed and the entire season subbed on Funimation's YouTube channel, as well as their website provided you have a subscription. As a side note, the Character Study Classroom's top 10 characters list will function in the same way as our anime reviews, and that the top 10 will be the ones who are displayed. Now, back to the anime. Anime seems to have a bad habit with characters. Female characters who start off as or become fanservice characters, the thin-line comedy relief characters walk between annoying and tolerable, and even the inevitable badass characters that can hardly even be called a character all flood the market with each new anime release. This doesn't even delve into the unsettling consistency of seeing main characters with little to no development or just fulfilling archetypical roles. Whether it's dumb harem protagonists, shallow comedy characters, or stereotypical fight for my friends based cardboard cutouts, the anime season charts are practically gagging on useless characters. But there are some characters! There are some characters who burst through the veil of repetition, circumvent the silly sardonicism some fans retain towards anime protagonists, and redefines the meaning of a true protagonist. Enter Vash the Stampede, the $60 billion double-dollar man with a message of love and peace. Vash was originally a character from Yasuhiro Naito's manga Trigun, which was first serialized in 1996 by Shonen Captain. While the anime itself failed as a whole in Japan, it managed to accrue quite a fan base in the Western nations, specifically in America due to its cowboy theme. Despite achieving what would seem to be overall mediocrity, few people are isolated from this space western anime from the 90s. While the show itself is, in my opinion, one of the best of all time, Vash the Stampede is without a doubt a character deserving a spot in the Character Study Classroom Hall of Fame. Vash the Stampede has, despite his carefree attitude, undergone many hardships in his life. Starting from the earliest chronological point in the show, Vash and knives were found on the siege ship by its crew. Despite the uncertainty most of the crew have towards the children, one of the crew members defends the children who are revealed to be plants, the enigmatic synthetic machine-like creatures that run most of the human technology. Their now surrogate mother Rim Savarim then takes it upon herself to pass on her main moral ideal. You never have the right to take another's life. By teaching them this ideal, Vash comes to believe that people are inherently good. His brother Knives, however, begins to think that humans are inherently bad due to some of the crew's actions. Through this dichotomy, we see the hope for humanity's soul in Vash, and the condemnation of humanity's evil in Knives. Cut to the beginning of the anime. We join the insurance girl's confusion as conflicting rumors make discerning the identity of Vash the Stampede difficult. In this first episode, we already see parts of Vash's character come to life. In this episode, we hear Vash say, "Actually, I disapprove of suicide more than anything." While this may just seem like a simple line to make him seem more heroic, it actually serves more of a purpose than it may seem. As anyone who has seen the show can confirm, Vash lives by the rule that no one has the right to take another's life. To add to this ideology, we see, in a brief moment, that his theory on the value of life goes beyond killing. Through this comment on suicide, it can be inferred that Vash thinks no life should be ended prematurely. The idea that Vash believes in the future so deeply, combined with the knowledge of Vash going through the death of Rim, and the destruction of so many things he cares about over the course of the show, really adds to Vash's character in a subtle way that first-time viewers probably won't notice. The full extent of Vash's policy towards death is expounded upon as the show continues. When Mona of Nagale attacks the city, we see this first gung-ho gun destroy a city and murder many of its inhabitants. Vash almost kills him but stops himself. Dominique the Cyclops only threatens Vash and he never even comes close to killing her. E.G. Mine kills Mona and Dominique, but Vash spares him and never threatens to kill him. Vash is pushed further when his home is destroyed by Leonoff the Puppet Master, Gray the Nine Lives, and Hopper the Gauntlet. Even now, Vash does not kill Hopper when he defeats him. These different situations show Vash's uncompromising scruples follow through to the letter. Despite all his hardships and problems, he has yet to kill someone. After all this usurpation and destruction, however, Vash finally kills someone, Legato Bluesummers. What about Legato made him special? Vash has endured the destruction of people and places unrelated to him, people and places that were related to him. He spared people who threatened him directly as well as people who threatened others. The truth is that Legato took out all factors except Vash's choice. Vash couldn't make it to the girls in time to save them before they were killed. Vash couldn't exactly know what Legato would do if Vash attacked him in a manner to stop his mind control on the citizens. Vash had no options but to kill Legato and save Millie and Meryl, or let them die. In the end, the choice was clear, but that didn't make a difference to Vash. It still tore him apart to take one life. This provides further insight into the character of Vash. Up to this point, we have never seen Vash kill a person, and his reaction is jarring to say the least. His views and ideals are challenged at this point, and we see him sink into a deep depression. His faith in humanity's capacity for love and peace is shaken despite the compromising circumstances, and, in his moment of weakness, he turns to his muse, Rem. With no response, his depression deepens until he sees Meryl after his capture at the hands of the townspeople. The meeting of Meryl and the leader of the vicious gang of self-appointed executioners opens his eyes to the beauty of Rem's philosophy and the world around him. With this new philosophy of seeing the beauty and potential for good in humanity, as well as the ability to make independent decisions and commitments based on what he feels to be morally right rather than someone else's viewpoint, adds a final bit of development for this wonderful character. Vash is an incredibly relatable character because of the internal warfare that he battles through. He has one simple rule to live by, and it is brutally challenged as the show progresses. Everyone can, in some way, relate to this idea of wanting to defend what you believe in. And the gratification of his way as the right way, the idea that his major moral mantra is not some naive or ephemeral idea reserved to succeed in nothing but a utopian society, and the concept of intrinsic moral value and goodness in people is a happy ending that does not compromise the character nor the story. Vash's incredibly relatable characterization, as well as a core idea that everyone can get behind, while maybe not agreeing with the specific idea that is presented, makes Vash a fantastic character deserving to be rated, as of right now, as the #1 character of all time. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and, as my favorite character of all time would sign off, this world is made of love and peace! And that the top 10 will be the one. Fuck that. Fuck that. The top. Okay. As a side note, the character studies class. I hate myself. I fucking hate myself. I hate it. I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna read the shit out of it. Female characters who start off. I hate myself. I really do. I hate myself. I hate myself. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. The worst thing ever. That's gonna be the. And I'm gonna jism. I'm gonna jism everywhere.
I'm just trying not to move. Like I'm keeping my sounds out of this.
I'm gonna chop my dick off is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna sell it on the streets for money. And this is a big ass sentence, so I fucked the whole thing up. Freddy Fazbear.
Sorry.
No.
I just pictured like bloopers.
Bloopers? Oh, they're gonna be fucking extensive.
Ideology. We see in a brief moment that is a theory in the value of life goes beyond the killing